Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Cooking with Karen. And today, I know it's not Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's what, a week and a half away. But I'm gonna give you my take on my turkey dinner. This is one way. I do it all different ways. I always change. You never know what I'm gonna do. So anyways, so I'm gonna do a small turkey dinner and show you what I do and how I do it, okay? Go from the turkey to the stuffing. Okay, so of course we're gonna have the turkey, onions, celery, carrots, garlic, salt and pepper. I'm gonna be stuffing my turkey with lemon. You know, you can stuff this with anything you want. I do like lemons and limes or oranges and apples or just vegetables. So I'm just showing you one way of doing it. I like the lemon one myself. Okay, my stock, what I'm gonna do to make my stock for my stuffing. And you're gonna use a little bouillon, some poultry seasoning and garlic, okay? So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna adjust the camera so you can kind of look and see what I'm doing and how it looks. Okay, everybody, now I'm back. Now listen, you can't see me, but that's fine too. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you is that in my broth, to make my stuffing, okay, I have the giblets in there, the neck, the heart, the gizzard. Okay, I have that all in there. I also have onion, celery, carrots, sort of like a vegetable stock. Okay, I'm gonna throw, I'll throw a couple garlic in there. I'm gonna fill this up with water and start cooking it. Probably half an hour, 45 minutes before I even start using the broth. I want to make sure the giblets and that are done. Some people don't like that, but you know what? If they don't know, it ain't gonna hurt them. It's the best broth you can put in your stuffing. I'm telling you right now. Okay? Next thing, I'm gonna set this aside. Next thing is the bird. Okay? I've already washed it and dried it. And I just pat it with a paper towel. Okay? I'm real funny about the poultry stuff, so I try to limit what I'm going to handle after touching the bird. So, like, I put salt in a container, so what I don't use is going to go in the garbage. Everything else I'll wipe down after I'm done using it. It's very important that you wipe everything down when you're done, especially handling chicken, you know, turkey, whatever kind of poultry. Okay, so the first thing I do is I kind of set him up. Now I've already washed him. Okay, I leave a little fat on there. I don't take it all off because I use a little fat because that's what makes the gravy. Okay, so I'm going to pepper it, my insides. I'm going to put this poultry seasoning. I told you about it before. It's just like your regular poultry seasoning, but it's chunkier. It's got pieces instead of all powdery. I love this stuff. So I'm going to just put it, you know, be generous. Put it right in there. Now I'm going to do this to both sides. I'm going to do it, I'm going to stuff them on this side, and I'm going to, you know, salt and pepper the neck part. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I got some garlic I want to put in. Everybody likes garlic, at least I do. Okay, after I'm done with that, I'm going to bring him back down. Okay, and I don't know if you can see in there, but okay. Then I start throwing my lemon. Now my lemon, I washed and then I cut up. And I just throw it all in there, just like this, okay? Now, you don't have to do this. You can stuff it with anything you want. if you like lemon chicken, lemon garlic chicken, and you like that flavor, that tanginess, you're gonna like this, okay? It doesn't affect the gravy. Well, it gives it a different flavor. It gives it a tangy flavor, which, you know, I like it. Now I'll stuff this, I can stuff this with carrots, celery, onions, garlic if I wanted to. It's all in what your family prefers, or what you prefer. You're the cook, whatever you think. I'm gonna save a couple pieces for the other end, okay? That's all I do with this, okay? Now what I do is do the other side, and I do basically the same thing, okay? I'll put some garlic, and like I told you before, whatever you touch, you need to wash, okay? You don't, this pepper is at the end of its road, so that's going in the dishwasher. But put your seasoning in. Now, if you noticed, I didn't put salt in. I just salt the end, because once that starts steaming in there, oh man, it is crazy good, I'm telling you. Once I get that all done, I kind of doctor them back up again, try to put them back together. I take my olive oil and I just sprinkle it over the top, or drizzle it, and just give it a rub down, okay? Oh, my oven's ready. That's all I do, okay? Everything I put out, I have to wipe down. I stress that to you because you don't want anybody getting sick, and I sure don't want anybody getting sick. So, once I'm done with that, okay, I'm gonna grab the rest of my lemons. I'll put them in the bottom side here. And what I do is I tuck it under. Vegetables that I have, the onion, I just put them wherever. This is gonna make my broth for my gravy. And y'all probably do this anyways. But since I like to cook, I wanted to show you how I do mine. I take my celery, and the best part of the celery is the leaves. That is the best flavor in the world, okay? If I was to stuff this with carrots and celery and all that stuff, I'd still do the same thing on the outside. I'd still prepare for the broth, okay? So once I'm done with this, all I do is salt it. Whatever salt you want, okay? Give it a little pepper. Okay. And of course, garlic. Everything gets set aside. Then I sprinkle this stuff on, this poultry seasoning, only because I like it. And for this here, the bouillon, I just sprinkle on the outside, so where the water is, it'll give it a little bit of, help it get a little more flavor, you know, poultry flavor. That's all. Maybe a couple teaspoons. Do your judgment, because I'm only gonna put, out of all this, I'm gonna put 1 cup of water, maybe 1.5 cups of water in here. Not too much, because you're gonna get a lot of juices from this chicken, or this turkey, because of the lemons and all the vegetables and stuff. Okay, another thing is, I always line my pan with aluminum foil. Here's I showed you my gizzards and giblets and stuff. I boil that up. Once I'm done boiling this, I cut the meat up and give it to my dog and my cat. You know, they need Thanksgiving dinner too. Unless your family likes to eat it, whatever. That's just what I do. I don't like to waste anything. Okay, so I told you I'm gonna put water in here. Okay, and then I'm gonna cook it. A couple teaspoons of bouillon in here. Okay, So that's ready to go on the stove. This, now I put probably, I would probably say a cup. Just put it in here like so. Now I do cover it. I don't like to put too much because you're gonna get a whole lot of juice. I'll put the rest in there. So I'm gonna cover this up. I'm gonna throw it in the oven. 325 degrees. Probably about 2 or 3 hours. Okay, I did forget one thing. Okay, and that's the paprika. I always paprika it up, and because it looks pretty once it's all browned up. But I sprinkle some paprika on there, like so. Not that anybody eats the skin, but it makes it look pretty. Well, at least in my family. Okay, this salt gets thrown out. I told you that when I use it, you know, put in there, then I throw it out because cross-contamination. I probably shouldn't have put so much in the bowl, but I wanted to get this in the oven and get it cooking. Okay, then all I do is throw this up, put my lid on. I put a little slit in the aluminum foil. Okay, everybody. I just threw my turkey in the oven. The next thing I want, well, let me finish telling you here. You know, when I was younger, my mother used to cook our turkey in a paper bag. Okay, she would grease the inside of the bag and do all her little things to the turkey, just like she taught me. So she would do basically the same thing. She would, but back when we were younger, they never said don't stuff the turkey. But my mother would stuff the turkey with the breading and all that stuff, and it was good. But she would throw that thing in a paper bag, and I'd say, "God, that thing's gonna burn up in there." She says, "Oh no, it's not. This is the best way to cook your turkey." Now they come out with these big plastic bags, cooking bags or whatever. I do the old-fashioned way: put the aluminum foil over, let it cook. But that's my little story about when I was younger. You know, I like to reminisce every time I cook. I think of my mother and how she taught me how to cook and do things. And one of the biggest things was okay, guys. Back with making the stuffing. Okay, you're gonna have bread, onions and celery with a stick of butter, my poultry seasoning, garlic. I have the powdered poultry, salt and pepper, and that's it. Anyways, okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to throw this on the stove, start cooking it. All right, wait 1 second. So I'm gonna soften them up. Now with this bread, now I cut this up last night. I used bread, okay? And I cut it up into cubes. I saved a couple pieces here just to show you what I did. All I did was take this, just like this, and that's it. You got cubes. And I threw it in. What I did do is I put it in the oven to kind of dry it out throughout the night so I can do this morning. Okay, and I also cut up my celery and my onion. And you know what? You need to put what you like. I mean, we like a lot of onion and celery in ours. So that's what I said. So if you want a little, then just cut up a little, saute it up with the butter. Okay, and then once that's done, I have over here my my giblet gravy or giblet broth going. That'll be going in there too. So I'll be right back as soon as that's ready. We'll put it together. Okay, guys, we're back. We're gonna do our stuffing, and like I said, I have my broth here. Come a little closer, Jane. Check this out. I know it looks gross to you. But that's the broth that's going into to this stuffing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is bring over my onions and my celery. I'm gonna throw that right on top, just like that. And you know, like I said, you put as much as you want. You don't want this much in. We like a lot of the onion and celery in ours. So you put as much as you want in, okay? And then what I normally do is I take a scoop of the broth, just to get the rest of that goody stuff off of there, and just pour it in, okay? What I do is I put some of the poultry seasoning. I put some poultry seasoning in. And you know what? You're gonna have to taste this to see if you need to add any more. You know, you shake it on. I've maybe put a teaspoon and a half in, maybe. I put some pepper, some salt, some garlic powder, just like this. Okay. Now you can put whatever you want in here. You want chestnuts in, put chestnuts. You want sausage. Some people like sausage in theirs. I just do a plain one, which I'm doing right now, just a plain one, just to show you what I do on holidays, holiday dinner. Oh man, this freaking smells so good. It's not even funny. Smells crazy good. Okay. I have company today. I have my brother here. He went out in the other room. He didn't want to be in here when I was videotaping here. Okay. Now I got to add some more liquid. Okay. Now don't forget, I put the onion and the celery. I made a vegetable broth with the giblets. So I'm mixing it up. You know, I'm gonna tell you what. I go spend, what, 89 cents a loaf of bread, okay? I cut it up, I get stuffing. What, you use a couple onions, a couple stalks of celery, some broth. What'd I bake this for? Less than $2. You spend $4 to go to the store just to get a small bag of croutons. Make it yourself. Tastes better. And then you get to flavor it any way you want. Whatever you want to put in it. This is one way I do it. Just plain Jane, after my sister. And then, see? That's ready to go in the oven. Put just a little tad bit more. Don't want to get too wet. Okay, so then, now I grease this pan up. And this is what it's looking like. I put a little butter. Put a couple pads of butter here on top. It's a holiday splurge. Put some butter in there. I used 2 tablespoons. I went by the line right here. Take that back, 2.5 tablespoons. Okay, that's ready. I'm gonna put it in with the turkey. So it's at 325. So I'm gonna put that in probably about right now. Turkey's been in the oven about an hour and a half. I'm gonna open it up, check the turkey, make sure everything's cooking good. And then we'll be back, see you in a minute. Okay, so we're back. We've already done the turkeys in the oven, the stuffing's in the oven. Now I'm gonna do my favorite, which is scalloped oysters. I know a lot of people don't like oysters, but I do. So I'll give you the take on mine. Okay, so what we're gonna need is crackers, butter, cayenne pepper, salt and pepper, oysters, parsley, Worcestershire sauce, and heavy cream. Okay, so let's get to it. I take butter, melted butter, half a cup, and I add it to 2 cups of crackers. Okay, I don't use it all. I only use a little bit, and I salt and pepper it. I use probably half of that butter because I like to pour it over the top. Put a little salt, cayenne pepper, now like a Worcestershire. I do a little, maybe a teaspoon, not too much. Okay, and then I put my handy dandy parsley in it. Okay, and then I just mix it up. I try to coat the crackers. God, I love this stuff. Anyways, I have this. Just coat it as much as you can with what little butter you put in it, because we're going to add more. We're going to add the rest of it here in a few minutes. Okay? So what I do now that I'm all done with this stuff, I do it in a layer, okay? I put a layer of crackers down. Okay, that's enough. Then I take my oysters. Look at Jane. Check that out. That's what you call an oyster. Isn't that yummy? That's your dinner tonight. And you lay these out. These are perfect. I'm telling you, these are perfect size for this. I got these at Wegmans. They're kind of pricey, but you know what? I like to treat myself once a year with these. And I also like it in stewed, or not stewed, with a milk broth on it. Oh, so good. All right, I lay them in here, and then this way, you know, like I could layer it if I want, but I only have one package. So I'm gonna kind of like put them all in, snuggle them up. And since I'm the only one eating it, guess it doesn't really matter. All right. Some people like to drizzle the juice. Not me. Not me. Okay. Then I put the rest of the breadcrumb over it, like so. Oh, I'm sorry. My sister corrected me again. It's not breadcrumb, it's crackers. And she's correct. That's the whole thing. So what would I do without her? You know, she's just constantly looking out for me. Okay. So this is where I drizzle the rest of the butter over the top. Like so. Then I know every cracker got the butter. Okay. Like I said, I don't like messes. Drives me nuts. We're actually all done. All I gotta do is add the cream. Okay. Just like so. And I let this set out for a few minutes. Only so the cream can soak up all that goodness. Okay, I'm gonna throw this in the oven. And when we bring everything out, we'll show you what it all looks like, okay? So we'll see in a few. Okay, everybody, got the turkey out of the oven. I got my potatoes boiling, my stuffing and oyster dressing, or scalloped oysters are in the oven still, and I'm making the gravy. okay? All I did was add flour and water and a little salt and pepper, okay? You make sure that your pot is boiling, all right? Once it's boiling, you want to pour your mixture in. Now it depends on how much liquid you have in there, so I can't really give you, you know, all I can say is put some flour in, make it look like a little loose batter, and then as your gravy boils, either add more or don't add it, depending on if it's thick enough, okay? Okay, I think this is just perfect gravy right there. Okay, now go in for the taste test. Too hot. Oh, goddamn. It's so freaking good. I'm so good I can't stand myself. It is crazy good, you guys. Believe me, with that lemon in there, it's one of my favorites. You have to give this a try. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I think this is just perfect gravy right there. Okay, now go in for the taste test. Too hot. Oh, goddamn. It's so freaking good. I'm so good I can't stand myself. It is crazy good, you guys. Believe me, with that lemon in there, it's one of my favorites. You have to give this a try. Okay, I'll be right back. Everything is done. My take on my turkey, on my dressing, my scalloped oysters, and my gravy. I mean, believe me, I have a lot more than this on Thanksgiving, but I just wanted to give you the take on the turkey and the dressing. So listen, you have a nice, safe holiday, and please wear your mask. Try not to gather too much. You know, we gotta look out for each other, okay? You and your family have a nice holiday and a safe one, and we'll catch you next time. Now don't forget, if you like it, give me a thumbs up on Facebook, a share if you'd like, and I do have a YouTube channel. So take care, we'll catch you next time.